Hello, welcome back everyone. Next up we have Crash doing Gex, Enter the Gecko. Whenever you're ready, you can give me a countdown.
Alright. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Oops. Alright, so this is Gex to Enter the Gecko, or officially just Gex Enter the Gecko. Immediately starting the run, I'm just going to switch to the fully manual camera because it's the only semi-decent camera in the game. Also, I'm going to start this run with cracking a cold one open with the boys. So this is 100%. The goal of 100% is to collect 39 red remotes, 28 silver remotes, and 13 gold remotes. Each level will have anywhere from 1 to 3 red remotes, with most having 2 silver remotes. One is hidden in the level, and already off to a great start as you can see, and then the other will be awarded to you by collecting 120 of these collectibles. They come in tiers, 30 of the first tier, 40 of the second tier, and 50 of the third tier, so there's the first tier upgrade. This is going to be a train wreck, most likely, because it's been a while since I've really taken this category seriously. That's a great start. Hopefully, nothing else will go that poorly. So I'm already going to get kind of boned on this cycle here. So here's the hidden remote of this level. This level's called Out of Tune, by the way. It's obviously a cartoon-themed level, kind of, parodying like Looney Tunes or shit like that. So I'm taking the safe route for this level because the fastest route, which saves about 40 to 50 seconds, somewhere around that, uses a frame-perfect trick. It's called a TV cancel. Not every TV cancel is frame-perfect, but this one is, and I'm not going to go for it because not only is it really dangerous in terms of routing, but well, there's a chance that the game can crash if it just wants to, so that's not very marathon safe. So I'm just gonna deal with the time loss, sucker up, and just do the slow route, because safety needs to be somewhat of a concern, although I will be doing some riskier routes later. So in this next section of this level, now we're taking a bunny outfit, and it is rabbit season, as you can tell by these Elmer Fudd-looking enemies, who we'll take care of in the next mission I just took damage from. I'm not trying to do the TV cancel, come on. If I were trying to go for the TV cancel, then, that would be acceptable, all this damage, but I'm not. Ooh. Okay, dying isn't too punishing in this category, because you keep all your collectibles if you die. So I will get that checkpoint just to be safe, and I guess a seizure warning for the checkpoints because of that bright flashing light that they thought was a good idea for some reason. Alright, so coming up on the first red remote and the second silver remote of this level. Ledge grabless, nice. And that's the silver remote. And this is Jump to the Teetering Rock is the name of this mission. If you saw my Gex free run earlier in the marathon, you might have noticed that Gex did not say anything throughout that run. But in this game, turning off the voices does not save any time, because he will still pause to say something, even if you mute him. It's just you don't hear him. So, great game design. But, whatever. You get to hear him blab on about pointless shit and references that most people probably won't get because this game is dated as hell. Because it's a whole bunch of TV references that, it's very 90s. It's very 90s. It's a very 90s game. Because only 90s gamers remember this, ha ha ha. So, I mentioned these Elmer Fudd guys. We're gonna take them on now. I'll get that guy second. I'll take care of this one first. So they take 2 hits. You have to sit through that animation, which takes a while. And they seem to have different hitboxes. But first you see I had the camera pointing towards him as he died, because he has to die on screen. Same with the other hunter. Or else the kill will not register. This guy can just tail kick immediately after the animation is done, whereas the other guy, I kind of have to like jump in order to do that. So this remote, I can pause and exit as soon as it registers me stepping on the button, and I will get the remote. It saves a bit of time. By the way, you might have noticed this glitch to media dimension music. We don't really know much about it. I just kind of assume it's a 1.0 thing, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. It's unique, I guess. Makes it a little more interesting. So, last remote of this level, the most basic one, is to whack these 5 purple mushrooms. I guess a reference to D12's purple pills would be useful. I'm gonna try to go for a little long warp here.
Damn IRS!
Oh, I barely missed it. If I were to tail kick on the Rainbow Bridge before the cutscene starts, it would give me some little boost and it would save about half a second. That's out of 2.
Get it on!
So, those 3 remotes will unlock the first boss, who I will take care of after the next level, which is a horror-themed level, Scream TV. It's called Smell Razor, because, you know, it's like Hellraiser, but smells, haha.
It's tail time.
So, little table here that floats, which is going to be a trope you'll see throughout these levels. Floating furniture lets you know how spoopy this game is. I'm going to take care of the silver remote now. Alright, so these power-ups. I'm not going to swallow this fly just yet, but throughout the game, there will be ice and fire flies, and they allow you to run faster and jump higher. Taking advantage of these is pretty helpful to run. But like I said, I will not swallow it just yet, because coming up there's some water, and this game actually does have physics, so if I touch the water with this power-up, I will lose it. So I will wait for that. Cutscene there, you can't really skip, or I think you can, but it's really difficult, and no one really knows a method to it, a consistent method. So this is the water area I was talking about. And now I'll swallow the fly, so you can run faster, jump higher. Where's that? Okay, it's over here. Those Chucky doll enemies give a ton of collectibles. And you see them throughout the Scream TV levels, they are very helpful indeed. So tier 3 coming up. That's a tail kick that, at least in this version, is only possible with the Firefly. In the N64 version, you don't need the Firefly to make that tail kick, most likely because of all the lag in that version. This is the PS1 version, I should specify. Sorry. There is also an N64 version. We separate the versions into different categories, because there's enough differences between the two that it warrants complete separation. N64 has next to no load times, but it also has way more lag. And there's also less content in general, so ideally, 100% on N64 would be faster than on PS1, but N64 is just an inferior version all around. It's just way too laggy. Also, all the scrapped content in that version is a bit of a bummer, and by a bit, I mean quite a bummer. There's the first bonus level, by the way. 3 silver remotes will unlock a bonus level, which give you a gold remote. Gold remotes are received through these bonus levels, as well as the bosses, and getting a certain number of gold remotes will unlock secret levels that I'll be doing at the end of the run. Oh, that was really bad. Lost my momentum. Yeah, momentum in these games are very important. It allows you to tail kick, which is the fastest way of moving. Also gives you a faster movement and higher tail bounce. Alright, so I'm gonna hit the switch. Yeah, it has an exclusive water level. It's boring as hell, and it's just painful in a run. And it just lags like no tomorrow, but it's there. But I flick that switch to activate what is the haunted elevator, and it is indeed very haunted in a very specific way, which you'll be seeing coming up.
Pat, I'll take the floating chair for 200 and the rest on account.
And what I mean by haunted is if I have my camera pointing the correct way towards Gex, away from the door, Gex will just walk right out the elevator, and the next zone is already loaded. The way it works is that Gex is just forced forward, and you know the game, they just assume that your camera would be facing the door no matter what, and you would just walk to the back of the elevator. So they never consider that you could do that, and Gex just walks right out, and like I said, the area is already loaded. So it's a neat little trick. It's completely free and saves a decent amount of time. I've had some bad experience with it on the N64 version though, for some reason. So one more remote here. It's the most basic remote of the level. It's just survived a haunted mansion. Haunted, spooky, floating furniture, ghouls and ghosts and Chuckies. So nice attempt at tail kick right there.
Shaka, bro. The Imperial fleet would never follow us into a floating furniture field.
And we're here. Nice ledge grab to end it. That's Smell Razor.
It's tail time.
Alright, so up next is that boss you saw unlocked earlier. There's 4 bosses throughout this game. So, I'm just gonna try to attempt to one-cycle this boss. It's not terribly difficult, but, you know, it can go wrong. So, this is Gillick Exile, or the Tiki Brothers. And as you can see, one just gets sacrificed right then and there, and then 2 more just come from above out of nowhere. So, 3 fireball shit at a time, you gotta hit the back of the Tiki Brother facing you. And that should be it. Yep. Very short boss. And that will unlock the next hub, the next area of the media dimension. But before I go there, I'm going to tackle that bonus level I unlocked just before. It's called Aztec 2-Step, and I missed the button. So the way these bonus levels work is that you have to collect a certain number of collectibles, and then the gold remote spawns, and you gotta go collect it. So this one, it's a bit of an Indiana Jones theme. Just collecting these gems. There are these switches here that activate doors. You know, open doors to reveal more areas and more gems. And I keep missing gems, nice. In the N64 version, there's actually some subtle differences in these levels. In this, in Dragnet, and probably another or two. Actually, fucking, what's it called? Lizard in a China Shop as well, I know that one. There's some differences in the collectibles that appear, like where they're placed. So, it can make it kind of confusing when you run. And I hit the wrong button. I am good at this game. So that was a bit of time.
That guy's got my wallet.
I told you this would be a disaster. I am... okay. I missed a gem back here. It's already off to a great start. Yeah. That was an obvious gem.
Now that's what I call getting some tail.
Yep, that's the gold remote right there through the power of FFZ, Franker Face Z, which I'm sure everyone watching is already familiar with. If you aren't familiar with it somehow, then why are you even here, TBH? So we just gotta go fetch the gold remote real quick. There it is. So I lost quite a bit of time there, but it's okay. Alright, so up next is going to be the introduction of TV canceling. In case you missed my last run, it works the same as in Gex Free. It's a way of getting the remote without being forced out of the level. This is going to introduce tail TV canceling, which you can tail it before landing on the button, and then def abuse to stay in the level. And these TV cancels are going to be integrated with the routes, so hopefully things won't go terribly wrong. The TV cancels in this level in particular are pretty easy. It's just the initial tail whip, so no frame-perfect tail whips involved. But this is still a pretty hard level to optimize. I almost died there, but I was able to read the cycle, which is always consistent. It's just you want to try to tail kick between the gap to optimize a little bit. So I'm taking a longer route than the any % route would take for this remote, because collectibles, I need them. And yeah, the glitch overworld music likes to change between what level I exit. It's very interesting. Need to actually record more and post them on YouTube. Alright, first TV cancel coming up. Got it. One more. So yeah, I keep my collectibles, some respawn, and it really saves a lot of time. Alright, I'm gonna play it safe and wait to swallow this fly. Also gonna play that safe. When I mean play it safe by waiting to swallow this fly, it's just so I can guarantee keeping the flame till the end of the remote to make the TV cancel just a little easier. That's obviously not an intended jump. Or tail bounce, rather, but it does save a decent amount of time. Also, hello, Port. How are you? I definitely enjoyed this game as a kid myself, which, you know, part why I run it, I guess. Also, you know, I just enjoy it in general. Missed a tail kick there. Alright, that's what I want. Alright, so that is a huge burden off my shoulders, getting those TV cancels. Oh, camera. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for the tail kick there because that camera just did not want to cooperate.
I'm flaming! In the manly way.
So, we're gonna go in here for the hidden remote. Yeah, the TV cancels can be very tricky to get down, especially some which are, you know, harder than others. You gotta love those frame-perfect TV cancels. If you're familiar with Gex Free 100%, there's a TV cancel in that category in particular that is just a nightmare, because if the concept of TV canceling sounds bad enough, imagine an RNG-based TV cancel that if you fail, loses like 8 minutes.
Beam me up.
So that's Frankensteinfeld. I don't think I actually said the name of the level. So I'm gonna fight the next boss, Mushu Pork, who's also fairly short. So I unlocked 2 levels at once. That bonus level, despite being in the first area, I will not get to until the end of the run, so... Also nice tail kick. Alright. Oh, yeah, I already fucked up. Need to let him come a little closer. To play it safe. This is actually kind of hard boss to optimize. Interesting fact though, because of the way the level order is in the N64 version, in any percent you don't ever have to fight this boss, because they did not think that through. Because the N64 exclusive level is in the first area, and you gain extra red remotes early on. Just, you know, hinting more towards the fact that the N64 port is inferior, and kind of, you know, second thought, really. Just like, oh, we can port to the N64, why not? And that was a really terrible fight, but I'll take it. Up next is another Toon TV level. It's called Fine Tuning. I was always really fond of this level as a kid. I guess I just liked how big and expansive it was, although you skip pretty much all of it in this run. Oops. Alright, so Fine Tuning. There's only two red remotes in this level. Oops, I meant to get these first. Nice. So, collectibles in this level can be kind of tight. Come on, Gex.
Oh, gimme.
Alright, I'm gonna go over here, because there's a decent amount of collectibles here, like these piranhas. Which I keep taking damage from. Just can't escape them for whatever reason. So I mentioned skipping an entire section of the level, which is going to be done through this. Alright, that was pretty good actually. Normally you're supposed to go through this really long path to get access to a boat, which is how you're supposed to get to this castle. But they didn't really think this through, and you just tail kick over to the drawbridge, to the bridge to the drawbridge. In the N64 version, it's actually completely free to do that, but in this version it is a bit challenging. So I'm gonna get both these fireflies. I need a firefly to activate this rocket, and I get the second one because immediately after entering this next area I'm gonna touch some water, because I need collectibles, yeehaw. So hopefully I just won't lose this fly I have, and the firefly ran out before I could even touch the water. Actually, I don't really know. I don't have sound on, like I can't hear the game, so I couldn't be able to tell, because you can tell when the power-up's about to run out with the sound effect it makes.
Is it just me, or am I engulfed in flames?
These blocks can be a bit of a pain, and just make it look easy.
Get a tetanus.
Alright. Third tier. This next area is kind of annoying because there's going to be a whole bunch of collectibles spawning, and the way they behave is really annoying. Camera, please. Yeah, these games are notorious for their cameras, especially this one, so I'm just being very cautious to make sure my camera is panned out as much as possible, because these collectibles, there's going to be a whole bunch coming on screen at once, and if any of them go off screen, then they disappear. So yeah, it lags the game a lot as well.
We're gonna do 11 in progress, baby.
But I'm well over collectible, so... Went well. Up next is a TV cancel. Also relatively easy, but I'll probably fuck it up. Momentum to make it a little easier, and I got it.
I feel like I'm trapped in Boy George's pants.
So, you saw the other TV. I just walked right by it, and I'm just gonna take the same path to it. Missed note skip, it's okay.
We're on the road.
Missed it again, that's not so okay. This actually is kind of tricky on this version, to be fair. And I keep missing it. Here, I'll take it slow. Or not. Okay, that works out. Ledge grab saved my life for once.
What's that, Mr. Bug? Timmy's trapped down a well?
Come on. Defuse, thank you. Alright, that's fine tuning. No, this is just the prequel to the first game in the marathon, so up next is the Umpire Strikes Out Rocket Channel. It's a space-themed level. This is going to be the introduction of another type of TV canceling called deaf TV canceling, where I will die above the button of the TV and my corpse will fall on it.
Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
Yeah, these levels have an air mechanic, which can get kind of annoying. Requires you to really watch after your air supply, so you don't die. Though, you do take advantage of it to pull off the TV cancels, which is very unique, actually. They're, as far as I know, the only examples of deaf TV canceling on or in the game, for that matter. Actually, there might be, like, some tasks on one. Little animation skip there. Because if you go for that little warp zone, whatever, you would spawn back at the beginning again anyway, so it skips the remote collection animation. So I'm gonna go for a really difficult skip, because I can.
Anything's doing weird things, by the way?
Not that I know of.
That's weird. Oh, it's fixing itself.
Okay, so here's the really difficult skip. If everything goes right, I will not have to ride the rocket. Ah, I just barely missed it. That's okay. Yeah, that's a really difficult skip. There's a consistent setup on the N64 version that for some reason doesn't work on this one. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, this seems to be a level that just goes horribly wrong. I'm gonna just damage abuse there.
Out of the way! Roseanne!
So I'm just gonna ride the rocket. It's not worth going for again, it's just really difficult. Lots of lag in this cutscene. My PS2 is really bad, so it lags a lot more. Also has worse load times, so TV's coming up, which means TV cancel. So just gotta kill these two guys. It's a robot and an alien. And just gotta wait a bit. Camera spazzing out here. Cause yeah, you gotta love waiting in a speed run. So one more remote in this level.
Daddy wants air.
Missed that cycle.
I knew Roswell would open up a casino.
Also missed that cycle. So you gotta try not to take too much damage, because obviously it is faster to just take damage and go through these rings, but it does take damage, obviously. There is like a very precise area that you can just go right through the ring without taking any damage at all, but it's very precise where you need to be positioned. And I'm about to die. There's a checkpoint coming right up though, so even if I do die, it won't be too bad. I feel like I might be short on collectibles. I really shouldn't though. Especially this area coming up. Oops. That's fine, I guess. It's not what I intended. Yeah, this is going terribly. I could have made that, but I had to chicken out. Because I didn't want to die. And I could have made that as well, because you gotta love not knowing the cycles. I am actually really short on collectibles, so that's a tragedy. So I can just F-abuse, though. Falling down from here does take a while, though. So yeah, this level's gone horribly, as you can clearly tell. But not too much longer in this level, thankfully. These tail balances can be kind of tricky. Fine. So that was some nice damage there. That too. If I die again, I'm just gonna cry. Alright, so, seems familiar because it's the same exact thing. I guess they got lazy with the level design. Is this alien gonna cooperate?
Hey, night.
And that's the umpire strikes out. Lost a minute and a half over my PB in that level. Not my PB, but the splits I'm using. Alright, so it's a bonus level I'll get to in a bit.
Oh yeah, it's tail time.
Alright, so this level also has a TV cancel. It's not entirely difficult with the flame power-up that the level gives you. It just requires timing your tail kick a bit. Tail bounce, I can't talk. I'm tired as hell.
One day soon there'll be a smoke-belching factory here.
And also out of practice for this category, as you can tell. But you know, that's what makes marathon runs so great, right? So here's that firefly I mentioned, which will make the TV cancel infinitely easier.
In the man way. Let's get it on!
That's epic. Just gonna play it safe with the collectibles in this level. Just go over here and death abuse. And I will respawn at the beginning of the level, which saves quite a bit of time. I'm just recycling a lot of my commentary because I am stellar at commentary, especially running off no sleep all night, because my sleep schedule is, you know, typical degenerate fucked schedule. What else is new? Thought I could make that, and I could if I had a more well-timed tail kick. And the pterodactyls love to follow you around, so I'm just gonna get him. He fell in lava, so kinda pointless to get his collectibles. So get the firefly, because again, makes you move way faster. is not cooperating. So another Firefly. It's not much really.
Now that's what I call
Tier 3.
I am the god of hellfire.
It's just me, or am I engulfed in flames?
That was a pretty well-timed tail kick, at least. Would have been better if I had gotten collectibles in the tail kick, though, but it's whatever. Again, short on collectibles. Momentum. This lag is also really bad.
Flaming! In the man.
Okay, I didn't mean to do that. This is also a terrible level, apparently. Also, I forgot I'm at 1 health. Nice. At least I was able to tail bounce up there. Okay.
So as soon as we cut down
Okay.
the pesky rainforest, there'll be room for a new strip mall.
This level shouldn't take much longer, because it's relatively quick to get to the top, actually. It's just that I'm just not doing well. And there's the reward remote, which I should have gotten like a minute ago. Ledge grab just to make everything worse.
Pepto-Bismol.
So just get the Firefly again, so I can just race to the top. I guess I'll get to show off a little minor skip that's done in any percent. It's pretty easy to do that. Alright, almost out of this level. Oh wait, no, it's over here. No, it's not. I'm being an idiot. Yeah, it is over here. Yeah, slope jump there and save a bit of time. And that's Pangea 90210. Don't think I mentioned the level name. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna tackle that bonus level right now, actually, as well as the other one in that hub. So again, just collect a certain amount of collectibles in the time given. This is called The Spy Who Loved Himself. Yeah, for some reason, they just made Gex like some sort of James Bond parody in this game. This is also kind of a decent bonus level. I generally like the bonus levels in this game. Nice sledge grab. Also, real cooperative camera.
Three more and I have the whole set.
And yeah, sometimes the normal media dimension music plays, other times, and by other times I mean most of the time, it's glitched music. It's weird. And I don't understand it, and I never will. kind of a weird area, like these mechanical sharks just hovering around. Oh my god. Dying in bonus levels is pretty punishing, because it sends you right back to the media dimension, but I don't have to worry about dying anymore. Alright, seizure warning coming up, because we got a disco party. And Gex even changes his outfit.
It's tail time.
Alright, kind of a tricky tail bounce coming up. And I got it first try, nice. And then I fuck up. Okay.
It's tail
And that's the spy who loved himself. You can look back now. Alright, so other bonus level in this hub. And the first secret level unlocked Lava Dabadoo, you know, obvious Flintstones reference.
It's
Alright.
tail time.
So this is called In Dragnet. It's got like some New York City police vibe, because you're just in a cop hat, not even a cop uniform, just a cop hat, and you're collecting badges. Why? Who knows? This game defies all logic. This is kind of tricky to get, and I got it first try, but I fell all the way down, which is not very good. Get down here. And I'd like it if the camera could cooperate just once. And the camera in this game especially is really bad.
Fun for me and fun for me.
It's just being really terrible right now. Like, it's a good showcase of what this game is like. Just terrible camera simulator. And outdated references. Nice mark. That is in Dragnet, or at least the collectibles. Just gotta catch the train, as the game says, and get the gold remote. Which is right in front of me. Or I guess to my side, as Gex was facing towards the wall. Pretty simple level with some cool routing. So up next is Circuit Central level. It's called www.com.com. I don't advise going to that address. And yeah, that's the charm. It's the 90s charm. I guess some trivia that's kind of already well known. Gex is voiced by Dana Gould, comedian, former writer of The Simpsons. I guess the writers just really liked Simpsons, so they got Dana Gould to do the voice of Gex. In the UK, he's voiced by a different person in each game. He's still voiced by Dana Gould in the first game. Oh, actually, I shouldn't be doing it like that. Yeah, like that. But in the first game, in the UK, he's still voiced by Dana Gould. In the second game, he's voiced by Leslie Phillips, who everyone seems to be very happy with his performance. And then in the third game, he's voiced by Danny John Jules, which makes Gex sound like a jive black guy, which is kind of amusing, honestly. They also change around the lines in the UK version to make the references fit more for a European audience. But don't run the PAL version, because it's slow. It runs at 25 FPS, it just runs literally at 5/6 the speed of the NTSC version. It's painfully slow. So I'm gonna go to the top of this tower. There's a TV here, as you can see, but I'm not going to get this TV just yet. I just came up here for all these collectibles. And there's also a hidden remote here. It's not so hidden. So now I'm going to death abuse this guy. Which is going to take a while because I haven't taken any damage at all. Alright. So I'm going to get the other remote in this level. Which is much longer. By much longer, I mean not that much longer. Just longer in comparison. Especially because we have to actually take the intended route. That's not intended, but it's just a really minor skip.
Diamond's our girl best friend.
You can barely see the platforms sometimes, which isn't really a problem. I already know where they are. Get that checkpoint just in case things go horribly wrong. Which, given how this run's been going so far, it's probably gonna happen. Like that. I'm trying to get that collectible because kinda low on collectibles. You want to try and space out the collectibles as much as possible and try to get the reward remotes at the very end of each red remote.
3 more and I have the whole set.
Back when the internet was just used for sharing cheats in video games, I'm gonna go down here and get these collectibles to be safe. Back when the internet was just used for that and downloading porn at incredibly slow speeds because of dial-up. Paying for internet by the minute. And I miss both of those collectibles. I am more than good on collectibles though. Alright, so reward remote coming up. Also a bit of a minor skip coming up. I missed it. Alright, that's it.
Tail time.
So, just the other remote that you already saw me pass right by the TV. It's a pretty short remote. Has a cool one cycle to it, which is somewhat tough. So you're gonna see this out of bounds again. Very simple setup. Once you do that, you just hold upright the entire way. You might have to adjust once you see the area come in, but it's pretty easy. So this is the one cycle I'm talking about. Just try to go up the tower quickly. Oh, come on. That just really hurt my chances. Actually, that just straight up killed it. We see the concept of the one cycle. That's also real nice.
Forget about
That's
it.
.com. So up next, one of the most fun levels in the run coming up. It's another prehistory channel level. It's called This Old Cave, and it's a terrible level. It is one of the 2 major deal breakers in this run. It's another one cycle, and it's pretty tricky. Now, the first TV cancel is very difficult because if you aren't really precise with your placement on the button, it will be frame perfect. So hopefully I will be precise with my placing on the button.
You them shut, baby.
Also need to take damage.
There's plenty more where this came from, baby. Forget about it.
Fall asleep to Gex and wake up to Gex. That's not too bad, I'd say. Maybe I'm just biased.
Gonna kick your butt.
So Ice behaves very similarly to the Fire power-up. Run faster, jump higher. I'm just repeating myself the entire time. these collectibles. Thank you. So coming up is the TV cancel I mentioned earlier. Okay.
It's tail time.
Camera still is not cooperating. Like that.
It's
Oh!
tail time.
Okay. That's fine. That loses a bit of time. I'm just gonna play this level really safe from now on. Or at least in this run. So I'm just gonna get the red remote coming up and then the reward remote.
I've been saving this for you.
So this level is really broken just because they didn't really think the design too well. Like that. That's not what I meant to get, but whatever. Should have had my camera facing forward where Gex is facing. That makes that setup way more consistent. The idea was to go between the button and the TV and tail kick to another TV. But I guess that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to get both silver remotes now, actually. I meant to get the hidden remote right then, but the game wouldn't let me.
This is for all the angels in heaven.
Kill the tail. Thank you. I don't really need this fly though.
And this is just one of the 40,000 rooms in Aaron Spelling's house.
My Twitch channel should be fine unless they misspelled my username. Because on the stream it says 6531, but it's actually 6351. I'm gonna tail kick over here for these collectibles, because swag.
Stunt gecko. It's tail time.
So yeah, shoutouts to the organizers of this marathon misspelling my username. What can you do? I kind of do want the ice fly right there.
Lady Braven.
Oh, nice. You know, I'm just gonna take the long route. The intended path of this remote.
Tackle night at James Earl Jones' house. This is for Mr. Sinatra.
Yeah, this level just never goes right. It's really a pain. Even my PB doesn't get it. Okay, I guess that's not possible.
Tail time.
I'm gonna death abuse. And then hopefully I'll be out of this level.
You never knock me down. I designed this scent with you in mind. It's tail time.
Okay, there's the reward remote. And that is this old cave. Great level, am I right? And up next is the longest level to run, Honey, I Shrunk the Gecko. And it's not really that bad of a level though, it's just long. Another bonus level I won't be getting towards the end of the
Now that's
run.
what I call getting some tail.
Also gonna do that. Alright, so it's another Circuit Central level.
Just getting my kitchen.
I guess it's like a Matrix early internet kind of vibe, as Andy pointed out earlier.
Just getting my kitchen done.
Oh, nice. That was a very tight cycle. So upcoming is a trick called a super tail bounce. I'm going to take advantage of these boost pads and kind of bounce up on a platform as I bounce up to it. And if I do it right, it'll allow me to get insane height.
It's tail time!
Alright, got it. Oh wait, there's something else I forgot to do. A little minor skip I just completely forgot. Good job, mate. That's how you know I'm out of practice forgetting the little minor optimizations. It's not even hard, I just completely forgot to do it. I'll have 2 more chances at it though, so hopefully I'll remember at that time. Get the cells, whatever they are. So get these.
Driving with the thing! Why, you child murderator. Now that's what I call getting some tail.
Some more minor skips like this one. Which is where the hidden remote is stored. Okay.
It's tail time! Driving!
Didn't have to chase that robot for too long.
And the thing with the driving!
Should be good on collectibles. This route is pretty tight with the reward remote. Actually, should have saved that for a little later, but I'm stupid.
Alright, it's tail time! Lady, the thing!
Alright, kind of precise skip coming up. Almost at it. Got it. Second try. And yeah, I am more than good on collectibles.
This looks like an all-nighter at Richard Simmons' house.
Yeah, good.
Tail time! It's
2 more
tail
remotes.
time.
Might be worth noting that this is also the longest level in any percent. There's just not too much to it. There's the super tail bounce. There's another super tail bounce that's exclusive to N64. But that's about it. There is a TV cancel, but it's TAS only.
Watch me use my tail to kick your butt.
So just gonna kind of go through the same route 2 more times. I completely forgot where to go. Missed the cycle. Oh well.
Lost you with the Terminator.
Oh, nice bonk. Alright, there's the super tail bounce. Oh, missed that. Good shit. Yeah, that's that little minor skip I was talking about. It's not even hard, I'm just bad and unpracticed. Yeah, again, because I don't know where to go. Okay. Oh, I should have had that. Okay, I'm not gonna go for it now. At least I'm getting the super tail bounce consistently, even though it's really not that hard. The super tail bounce in the exclusive N64 super tail bounce is really difficult though, very precise. I think there is a setup for it, but yeah, I think that kind of answers itself. It's so precise that it has a setup. Although, to be fair, the one I'm doing, I do a setup with. Although it's a very simple setup. It's not like, oh, walk to this very specific place and then pull off this jump in a specific direction. It's just letting go of the D-pad for a bit. So yeah. Alright. So I believe this remote's called Charge to the Top, as you can plainly see why. Alright, one more remote.
I know what you're thinking. It's tail time.
Not much to really say about this level, it's just kind of boring. Like, it's long, and you just go for the same path over and over and over again. And again, I just can't remember where to go. Because, like, if I were actually good, I could make this super tail bounce on that first charge I had. I'm not gonna go for
I
it.
love that guy. He's that house broke.
It's really not a hard skip. I'm just failing it because I'm bad. I mean, if I were good at this game, I would have like a 154 in this category. Maybe record in any percent. I tried grinding for the any percent record, and it just kind of pissed me off after a while because I lost a few record pace runs in the last level. Yeah, this can be a brutal game to run.
And the thing with the raven. Oh yeah, it's tail time.
Oh, that was really bad. But I can still save it. Alright. Last area of this level. I'm gonna try to hopefully do it fast.
Pile this under.
yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, this is pretty tough to do fast.
You don't chop, baby, yeah!
I should just stop trying. Almost had it. If I was just a little more to the left, then I would have made it. So I'll just go over here. Over here. And then slowly work my way around to the remote. And complete with a ledge grab.
It's tail time.
That's Honey, I Shrunk the Gecko. Still under 10 minutes. which, you know, 955 is still really bad. And yeah, the final boss is also something else, so... Up next is the PS1 exclusive level, which is also a pretty cool level, because the reward remote route is fun. But I'm gonna actually take care of the other two red remotes first. It's just how I always do it. No real reason why. I guess because these two remotes are just really short, so might as well just get them out of the way. Yeah, just miss tail kicks, that's fine. It's not like it loses time. Alright, ice power up. Just gonna be taking advantage of a ton throughout this level, actually. That's one of the reasons this level's so great in both categories. Nice bonk. Okay. So down here, this is the morgue. Just gotta go through it. And that was really good. And I missed the button.
I know what
Nice.
you're thinking. It's tail time. It's tail time.
So I'm going to be taking the same path for the most part for this remote. It will diverge in a bit. It also features the best skip in the game. Alright, so this is where it diverges. We go over here, bounce on the blood cooler, and then here's the skip. Tail bounce on the store, which I keep missing. Tail bounce up here, and that saves like 40 seconds, and it's the freest thing ever. Keep missing the buttons. Alright, so up next is going to be the last red remote and both silver remotes.
It's tail time.
I kind of want that skull. I'll get it right now. Also get these to be safe. Alright, now I'm gonna go up here. You know, big difference. Kinda tricky. I'm gonna get these and then kill the skull, so, you know, because those collectibles will not turn into tombstones. They just disappear upon the tier upgrade. Up next is an incredibly dumb skip that only saves like 7 to 10 seconds, not entirely sure. It's an incredibly precise tail bounce. And I got it. Pretty reasonable amount of times as well. That's very good. You can make it up there with the ice fly. Nice! I just lost it. And that caused me to miss that tail kick. Oh, at least that guarantees the reward remote.
The real estate wizardry of Tom Fu at work. My tail's gonna
Okay, that
kick
wasn't
your butt.
too bad either. Yeah, ignore you. Don't need that, actually. Go on, push this in. Thank you. So I pushed that a coffin in, which will open a gate to another coffin that I have to push in, which will give me the hidden remote. Come on, Gex, please cooperate. Thank you. Optimal. Do not ledge grab. Come on, I just want to get
Hi,
up
I'm
there.
here for the
Thank
real
you.
world interview. Live of the time.
Okay, I'm gonna go back a bit because blood cores. Back here. I'm sure you're familiar with this. More than familiar. It's third time going through this area. Also means another use for the ice fly.
Hey, forget about it.
For this game, D-pad is superior because you can use the analog sticks in this game, but it doesn't have true analog support. Even if you use the sticks, Gex will still only move in 8 directions, and it's just really awkward to use. So yeah, I would never recommend D-pad for these games.
I'll give you such a pinch.
Alright, I'm gonna do the door skip again and go up here, because there's a Chucky doll up here. It gives you a lot of collectibles. Nice bonk.
Oh, I'll give you such a pinch. Hey, forget about it.
Yeah, I'm kinda short on collectibles. Nice. Come on, game. So I'm gonna go out here, get these, and then I'm more than safe now. Actually, I was perfectly fine already. I'm just an idiot. Wait, I missed a blood core? What? This is, okay. Did I get this one? Yes, I did. Oh, yeah, this one.
Spawn, analyze this Tholian web.
I'm gonna play it safe here, because taking damage means I die, and then I have to do the objective all over again. Okay.
It's tail
So that
time.
is Poltergeist. So up next is the third boss, Mecharez, probably the most memorable boss of this game. So that meant to be a Godzilla parody.
You'll never stop my creation.
Really long dialogue, by the way. Kind of a theme with the bosses. No quick shot there. Got it there. Yeah, I want to try to get these quick shots while he's on the ground. Thought it would be a better idea to go to that building there, but too late. Doesn't matter anyway. Okay. Oh, come on. I keep missing hits. Oh my god. Micro-Res just does not want to cooperate. Alright, I'm gonna take damage here. Because I will not be able to hit those with charges. Same here. Alright, that was Micro-Res. Mediocre fight, but whatever. The fight rarely goes well anyway. So up next is a Kung Fu themed level. It's called Mao Se Tung. It's also really hell when it comes to collectibles. Like, this is probably the tightest route for the reward remotes in this game.
It's tail time!
It especially doesn't help that there are these ninjas throughout the level that you want to get their collectibles, but there's a good chance that they can just fly off ledges and you're completely screwed out of their collectibles. Yeehaw. So I'm gonna play it safe. Normally I wouldn't get this ninja, but I'm going to. It's a shame also, because there's a lot of skips in this level that you would do in any percent, but you don't do here because collectibles are very important.
One for me and one for me.
Up here for a good amount of collectibles. Come on. More importantly, the...
Forget about it!
Oops. Just go here first. It's actually optimal to go here first. Nice. I don't want to go for that door, actually. There's nothing of real value in that area. So I'm just gonna use this chopstick repair sign. If I can, which I did. Go up here.
Luther, get it on, baby.
Say hello to the floor!
That's what I meant by ninjas just flying off ledges and being screwed out of their collectibles. Other side, please, so I can get the masks.
Well, that's what I call getting
There's a really precise jump you can do off the rope. It's a 4-frame window. You can jump up to the awning.
Taste my tail.
It'd be more useful in 100%. It wouldn't be very useful if I were to get it just then.
Nap time.
In any percent, you would just skip fighting these ninjas, but collectibles are obviously important. It's not like this is 100%. LOL.
That's for 12 years of Full House. File this under It's tail time.
Cannon, please. Oops. Nice misses. Push the cannon. That was a really terrible fight, but camera. Thanks for cooperating, camera.
Tail time.
And there is the reward remote.
Pardon my tongue, darling.
Oh, nice dialogue skip. Dialogue cancel, rather. So just gotta get the last red remote. This one isn't really as interesting.
Night, night, baby. Yeah.
Nice.
Warp core breach is imminent, Captain.
Oh, nice. Oh, man. That was like gold potential as well. That was a good save right there. Nice damage.
That's not in the script.
Fight could have gone better.
Come on, Jake, it's Chinatown. Taste my tail.
Alright, last area of this level. It's kind of tricky as well. Also, for some reason, you can never get up to this wall the first try. It always has to be the second try. And that went really well,
yeah.
that
Yeah,
ending
it's tail
section.
time.
Alright, up next is a level that you normally don't see in any percent, because there's only one red remote and it takes forever. It's the level that's meant to pair up with the final boss as well. It's called No Weddings and a Funeral, which I have no idea what that's supposed to be a reference to. If someone else knows, let me know. a great start. Alright, so there's these, I like to call them disco sections throughout this level. And by throughout this level, I mean twice. And the second one is kind of interesting, I guess you could say. It's a bounce on here. There's a skip you can do with a robot that floats, but it's not here. You can manipulate him with the camera, but I'm not entirely sure how to do that. Yeah, this definitely is a highlight of the soundtrack. This and in Dragnet.
Welcome to the only thing more evil than IRS headquarters. It's tail time.
Sounds like KMFDM. Okay, that was a good save. Alright, so second disco room, and I'm gonna farm collectibles because it's actually a really reliable way of getting collectibles. So I'm gonna be here for a bit. That's more like it. Not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Thank you. Alright, one more. What's my health at? Yeah.
I'm invincible.
Get the fly just to use it up. I've already taken lots of damage on this level. Alright, I'm just gonna death abuse here to play it safe so I get all my health back.
I'll take one of those and some of these.
Loading zones. Gotta love them. Missed the cycle. Thanks, T-Game. Nice damage. Just nice fan cycle as well. What? Oh my god. Good video game. Good video juego. I'm gonna go back for this cycle. Another hit of damage, so rip damage abuse. Actually gotta do this the intended way. And I'll probably die anyway. Okay, I didn't. Okay. So yeah, really over
Now
collectible,
that's what I call getting some tail.
but survived.
Beam me up, Scotty.
So yeah, that was really bad. Up next is another bonus level. This one right here, actually. Bugged out. I like that tail kick.
It's tail time.
Yeah, Gex loves his sexual innuendos. Just the least subtle thing on Earth. So, you spin this cog, and it causes all these bugs to come out, and you gotta whack them for these collectibles. So, not the most fun bonus level.
It's tail time.
Especially when it goes wrong like that.
Move like a butterfly, sting like a gecko.
Come on, cover the world, huh?
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape! Forget about it! It's tail time.
Okay. This is the worst level of the run. Because in this collectible route is a frame-perfect TV cancel. So it's another Kung Fu Feeder level, not that one, but this one's called Samurai Night Feeder. And I'm gonna do it.
Now that's what I call getting some tail.
Alright, I'm gonna go for a pretty tough skip that I haven't practiced. So, yeehaw. There's also an easier method, but it's a little slower this time around.
Time to go posto.
And I get it first try, nice. Admittedly, it's not the most difficult thing, it's just a little precise. I would have liked that takeout box, but it's okay. I'm gonna save this ice fly for a little later, obviously. So, nice, just throw the ninja over here.
There's plenty more where this came from. Yes!
I don't want to lose this fly either.
It's tail time!
Alright, swallow the ice fly now. Come on over here, so I can get here and collect those. Alright, it's coming up.
It's
I
tail
failed
time.
it. That's okay.
Forget about it.
Can save that TV cancel for the real attempts at least. Failed it that time. I wasn't gonna make that anyway. There we go.
It's tail time.
Get up there, please.
Clock says party time.
A lot of lag here. Like I said, my console is terrible and lags a lot.
Charge it! Slip of the tongue, baby.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted those free masks up there, but never mind. I'll just have use already.
Yes, I'm here to pick up my lunch.
Come on.
Driving with the thing!
This. Oops, yeah, not gonna risk that. Oh, okay, I made it. Yeah, you can have the ninja throw the SAR in the right area, and it'll just glitch the door open. I think I should have enough collectibles. Yeah,
Forget about it! It's tail time!
one more remote. And then out of this hellhole.
It's tail time!
Figures a level that whose name parodies Saturday Night Fever would be so horrible. Alright, I'm gonna do the easier variation of this swing jump. Missed it. Right there, I'm not entirely sure what would happen if I did it right there, but in other levels where you can like grab the last collectible and then jump on the button before the animation plays, the animation getting the reward remote will just play out and then you'll leave the level.
Last time I was here,
I don't know about there though. Should probably test it. Also, here's a cool little skip. Ton of lag right here. And that's Samurai Night
Tail
Fever.
time.
So up next is another fairly painful level. Funny enough, titled Pain in the Asteroids. Aha! See what I did there? I'm so clever. This also has a 1 cycle. Not a rocket channel level, so air meter, you know the deal. Also taking advantage of ice flies.
Galaxy wants blue velvet! Galaxy wants blue velvet!
It's kind of a precise tail kick, whatever. Play it safe. Nice ledge grab.
Tail time.
Get that, please, thank you. Get that as well. So, the most well-hidden silver emote in the game right here.
Tail time.
Almost all saves and guns. Camera never likes to cooperate. Alright. Oh my god, you are kidding me.
The princess is here.
That loses quite a bit of time. At least I don't have to get collectibles all over again, but I do have to destroy the 5 power cells again. So I'm just gonna get the reward remote now. And I die there. Nice. That's a pretty tough tail kick right there. Admittedly. It's not the hardest thing ever, it's just kinda easy to fuck up, especially in any percent, where this is the final level in any percent, and it's just so easy to choke everything like I'm doing now.
Hey, you! I'm a walking Dutch-up.
It's funny, that's arguably harder than that first tail kick, but I'm more consistent at that.
Peace with dribbles. I just want the quadro criticale.
I'm over collectible, but I guess it's not too bad considering.
It's tail time.
Okay. I'm just not gonna go for this TV cancel. I'll go for the other one.
It's tail time.
I've already gotten the reward remote, so why not? Just play it safe. That's the final boss right there, by the way.
Let's get it on.
So here's one of the shortest remotes in the game. It's so short that we don't need the ice fly. Getting the ice fly is actually slower. Oops. There's an ice fly here that really helps it.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a gecko.
Also, looks like I'm not gonna go for the other one because I did that. Camera! Camera, please! There we go.
I know what you're thinking. It's
That is actually kind of tough. I have lost any percent runs to that. Any percent records even to that.
I know what you're thinking. It's tail time.
One more remote. It's a pretty lengthy remote, actually. It's completely skipped in the N64 version because of that. Camera. That's real nice camera.
Gravity.
You just stop blaming the camera for your mistakes, Stringer.
The old five-finger disco.
Get up there, please. Alright. In the N64 version, this section just lags like a motherfucker. It's horrible, the lag here, but it doesn't really lag on this version because PS1 is the superior console. By the way, if the ice power, you can just tail bounce and walk on those.
Load the tongue.
There is a really difficult skip you can do here with a UFO that shows up. But, like I said, very difficult. That was close. Alright, and that's Pain in the Asteroids. So up next is just a series of bonus levels.
Tail time.
Yeah, PS2. So PS2 has a feature called fast disk speed, and what it does is it spins the PS1 games at the speed it spins a PS2 game, and this will decrease the load times and increase the performance in general. PS2 just in general has less lag as well. It's the fastest physical way of playing the game. PSP is usually the fastest, and then there's PSTV, but sometimes PSTV might even be slower than PS2 because of lag, but sometimes PSTV is faster. We don't really know much about this game when it comes to how it performs on PSP and PSTV, though.
Boys, trying didn't work once. It's not gonna work twice.
Come on, get that, please. Oops. Camera, please. Nah, there's no real reason to run on PS1. All PlayStation version is just its own leaderboard. It doesn't matter what you're running on. So I'm gonna get the bonus levels over here. First one's called Trouble in Uranus because, haha, Uranus jokes. It was the 90s. This is one of the more painful bonus levels, I'd say. Again, dying in a bonus level will send you back to the media dimension, so pretty cautious in this level in particular. And I missed UFO. That has happened to me more than once. And it's pretty much always the same UFO.
To boldly go. I'm scared.
Really dark level as well. Like, when it comes to the lighting, it's just really dark and kind of hard to see. Which is kind of a problem.
Forget about it.
I don't know, I think the humor in this game is a bit charming in its own right. I do like some of the references, some of the quotes still I get a kick out of. Like, in a land before time, when Adam Sandler was funny. That's one of my favorites. Or, is that a lightsaber, or are you just happy to see me? This one's called I Got the Reruns because toilet jokes. I say how I find the humor charming, and then the next level is a basic toilet joke. Poop joke, I guess. One and the same. It says 99 collectibles as well, by far the most of any bonus level.
So, this is New Jersey. Compared to Caroline and the city, this place ain't that bad.
Jumping on that minecart doesn't really save much time. I mean, it saved like a fraction of a second, but it doesn't start to actually move until that animation's over. Alright, next bonus level, it's called Lizard in a China Shop. I always really like this bonus level for some reason. Yeah, and this had a pretty interesting cross-promotion with Pandemonium, if anyone who's beaten the game might be aware of. There's a really tight cycle to be made in this level. I'm gonna go for it. That first boat you can't make in the PS1 version while getting all the takeout boxes, but you can in the N64 version. So I'm gonna go for a really difficult cycle here. Looking like I might get it.
The art of fighting without fighting against.
Alright, got it. That probably didn't save any time because of that ledge grab. Again, it's like that minecart thing, and I got the reruns save a fraction of a second. You know, assuming no ledge grab, that is. Alright. Also, I'm an idiot. I'm supposed to fall out the media dimension. Alright, unlock this level at the beginning of the game. Thursday the 12th. It's a great level name, I'd say. It's also a maze. Oh, nice.
Mine, this is mine.
Do that, thank you.
Welcome to the New York City Mass Transit System. You don't show, baby, yeah! Let's get it on! It's tail time!
Yeah, Gex 4 soon, TM. Maybe, who knows. Would be interesting, to say the least. See Gex adapt to the internet age. All the memes. Alright, so 3 secret levels. So this first one has one of the biggest skips in the entire run. It's a really precise out of bounds that saves like 2 minutes. It's also pretty difficult, to be honest, just in terms of both getting the clip and navigating. So hopefully I don't fuck up, because if I do, that can be very disastrous. I'm gonna kill him so he doesn't take any damage. By the way, those movie clappers you see do not count towards percentage. There's one in each of these levels. They just play a cutscene. Nothing much else. Oh, come on. Come on, I don't want to go for this level the intended way. Oh, bonk. That's just adding insult to injury. I guess it would be the other way around, actually. Another bonk. Almost. Another bonk.
Axe in the chest for Scatman Crothers.
That was close. Again. Yeah, now it's getting to the point where I'm losing time over just going the intended way. There we
Believe me,
go.
You smell like I feel.
Alright. Could be a little more optimal than that. Not just the clip, obviously, but the navigation out of bounds.
I am most certainly
Oh, I
not
did
in the
not want to do
vicinity
that.
of
That's
Kansas anymore.
pretty bad. The bottomless pit there. That would be very disastrous to go down. So, with that out of bounds, an interesting thing that can happen, I mentioned how if I fuck up a certain way it can be very disastrous. What could happen is, if I were to touch an axe before clipping back in bounds, that would be a hard lock. What would happen is, so I hit the axe, and that would cause me to lose all my momentum. By the way, there's no silver emotes in these levels, but I would lose my momentum, so I wouldn't be able to move, so I would be stuck falling out of bounds forever, because the level just loops, actually. And the way the game is designed, you can't leave the level if you're in motion. Like, it just says pause and you can't do anything. So if that were to happen, my only option would just be reset. I mean, if that were to happen in a marathon, I can just load up my 100% save file and just complete the last levels. So little left of the run, that's kind of negligible to do that. Another amazing skip coming up. And that saves like a minute.
Oh, wow! How convenient. Those programmers think of everything.
Oh, that was close. Now I'm at 1 health. Not very good. But there's this at least.
Hey, forget about it.
It's a cycle. And I do not have a safety safe for that, sadly. Probably should have one, but...
Fuck. Blow the tongue.
Gotta wait on the cycle, sadly. And that's Lava Dabadoo. So, last level. Maze and Confused. Another Resopolis level.
Tail time.
Oh, that was some nice lag right there. Alright, so this remote has a pretty cool TV cancel as well. Last TV cancel in the run, sadly. I don't know why I did that. And that's it.
Damn this pesky gravity.
So this is the only secret level with 2 red remotes. gonna take too much damage. Oh god, almost died there. Alright, I'm gonna play this part safe, because I don't want to die. And then this brain that pops out can damage you, so I'm also gonna play it safe. It's 1 HP, haha. And that should be everything, except the final gold remote from Rez. And double check. Yep, that's everything, except, like I said, the last gold remote. So, this game, so far, has been pretty RNG light. There's obviously the quote RNG, which is kind of a factor, but not much so. That's not really the case here. This last boss is just an RNG shitfest. And this kind of puts off people from running the game. It makes it very hard to recommend because of this, because it is a real deal breaker.
Licking that way to the top.
Destroyed. Come and get it.
So yeah, more good music here. Can't camera as soon as I get to a point where I would be comfortable jumping towards here. The camera just pans itself. Get the fly for safety. Here's a really cool strat. Stand up here and Rez cannot hit you. It's also a pretty solid lag reduction strat.
You mean I'm not 99.9% clean?
Where did it go? Just completely lost it. Okay, that worked out. Okay, so here's where the RNG comes into factor. So there's going to be these buttons that pop up, and Rez will slam his fist down. I have to have him hit 3 buttons. The first time, he'll slam his fist down 3 times, and then 2 times, and for the last hit, just once, and that's the real RNG factor. So get ready on time, and I bonked but didn't take damage. That's interesting. Also, avoiding damage on Rez is a pain. I just took a ton of damage there, so time, get ready on time. Time will be when Rez slams down his fists on the final button, which could be very soon, or theoretically forever. I'd like to think it would never take actually that long. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh no. That almost worked, and I'm gonna die. If I die on Rez, I'm gonna be mad. Not really mad, actually. I'm just gonna be baffled. Because I have a pretty bad track record of dying on Rez. Oh! Oh my god, you are kidding me. Okay. That's probably the worst way to go, actually. Alright, take 2. Yeah, Rez has the worst hitbox ever. Just a well-designed boss. You know, RNG, terrible hitboxes. Just... By the way, there is an FFZ emote on my channel. It's called Andy Gavin. It is an homage to the master of terrible fucking hitboxes. Feel free to spam that emote to your heart's content during this fight. Andy Gavin may not be behind this game, but he is terrible at designing video games, and especially hitboxes, so it's appropriate. Okay, there we go. This time with feeling. Yeah, terrible hitboxes. What did I tell you? Might not make that. Okay, I made it. Okay, I actually have a reasonable amount of health this time. Yeah, it's like, sometimes the button will spawn on the left very close to you, and you'll want to go left, but going left in this fight is disastrous. You're just asking to take damage. Oh, wow! Okay, game, get ready on time right now, and time. Alright. So here's the ending. All you really need to know is low effort Star Wars reference. Rez says that he is Gex's fodder, even though Gex's actual father died in the backstory to the first game, but video game continuity. And by the way, here's your confirmation that this is in fact a 100% speedrun. So, that was a terrible run, but it's kinda to be expected. These categories, the 100% categories for these games, are just not too marathon viable, but it's still cool to run them nonetheless. It's cool that they get accepted. Just wanna, before I head out, just a huge shout out to the Gex community. We're kind of a small but very dedicated community. If you are interested in running these games or have any questions, feel free to join our Discord. You can find the link on speedrun.com forums on our leaderboards. We are very welcoming. We are glad to help new runners. We just really enjoy watching people run these games because we really do need more runners. And anyway, that's it for now. I'll be back sometime tomorrow morning doing Final Fantasy free any %. So, up next is PewDiePie Legend of the Brofist. So stick around for that, I guess. PewDiePie.